Ah man, it's finally here. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Dugai, coming at y'all with another episode of Dropping Dimes with Mr. Dugai. And today I'm going to preview and predict Sunday's week one matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Detroit Lions. Before I get into this video, for everyone, if you want to give me a follow on my social media platforms, I'm gonna have all that information down in the description box. May not always get a chance to respond to questions and comments on these videos, so feel free to DM me. Whenever I get a chance to, I'll get back at you. Come holler at your boy. Also, if you're a Madden player on Xbox One, I'm gonna have my Xbox One gamer tag down in the description box also. Wow, man, we finally here, yo. Philadelphia Eagles week one, real football finally. Eagles versus Lions, yo. I'm excited. I can't wait. Looking at both teams, yo, obviously this both teams' first game, but looking at the Detroit Lions, look, and I'm not just saying this because I watched Hard Knocks. By the way, the Detroit Lions I thought were incredible on Hard Knocks. I watched the Dallas Cowboys last year. They put me to sleep. I watched an episode and a half and I stopped watching it. I thought the Detroit Lions were very entertaining to follow, yo, with Dan Campbell and former Eagle Deuce Staley and Aaron Glenn and former LSU Tiger Kelvin Shepard, and a lot of their players, yo. It was an entertaining watch. So I must say that I watched all the episodes. So I must say that and get that out the way. Like I said, looking at them, yo, they had a bad year last year. I think they went like 3-14. This is an improved football team that's going to be, I think, much better than a 3-14 record last year. They got Jared Goff at quarterback, and though we've had a lot of success against him, Jared Goff is one of those quarterbacks that, yes, he's not always consistent, but when he's on, he's on. Whenever he is in a rhythm, he could sling the ball with the best of them, yo. It's like he's like similar to like a guy that's a streaky shooter in basketball, you know. So we got to tend with him, and then the offensive line. You got guys like Panay Sewell. They will be missing former Eagle Big V. He's out for a while. They got Decker. They got a nice offensive line, yo. They building a nice offensive line over there. DeAndre Swift in the backfield is a guy that he's had some injury issues over his first couple of years in the league, but whenever he's out there, he's an explosive running back, extremely fast, extremely swifty. He's a good player, yo. TJ Hawkinson is a really good tight end, very athletic, got good hands. Another guy that just got to stay on the field and not get injured. And their wide receiving core, yo, it's gotten better. You got Amon St. Brown, who came on late last season. They added DJ Chark, a former LSU Tiger, a guy that we was kind of looking at. They added him over there. Now the rookie won't be able to play yet. Jameson Williams, like he's out, who they traded all the way up to get before we was able to get him. But they got some good weapons offensively, yo. I must say. Defensively though, it's kind of a different story when you get past the D line. They added the number 2 overall pick, Aiden Hutchinson. The defensive end from Michigan. Curious to see how he does, in his first real live NFL regular season action. We're gonna check that out. But when you get past him, really, it's not a lot of great personnel for them on the defensive side of the ball. The star of their training camp was this guy, Rodrigo, the linebacker, who was flying around making plays. They got former St. Alex Anzalone as a linebacker. And then in their secondary, Jeff Okuda is a guy that came in as a very, very high draft pick. Um, Battled the injury bug. His first couple of seasons in the years in the league, but is still unproven, still hasn't really made his mark yet on this league. And they just don't have a lot of personnel defensively, yo. But I do believe in Aaron Glenn, their defensive coordinator. They just got to get a little more personnel over there, and I think over time, they're gonna continue to do that. But referring to Sunday, besides Aiden Hutchinson, and Jeff Okuda, 2 young guys, who haven't quite done it yet. It's not a lot of personnel over there defensively. You look at the Philadelphia Eagles, Jalen Hurts, coming into his second year as the full-time starter. I know I could only go off of preseason, but the little bit of preseason I seen against the Jet against the Jets, I mean, he was 6 for 6, yo. And threw a touchdown pass. I feel like Jalen Hurts gonna take a step up this year, and I think it starts Sunday against the Detroit Lions defense that I feel like the Eagles should move the ball against if they protect him. You know, fairly easy. I should say easier. Say Eagles offensive lines is voted one of the best lines in the league. When you talk about Lane Johnson, Isaac Seumalo, Jason Kelsey is back, Landon Dickerson and Jordan Malata. Not some maulers up there, yo. And especially when we trying to run the ball down here, they gonna put people on the ground and open up running lanes, yo. Running back Miles Sanders has said he's good to go. So it looked like we're gonna have him out there along with Kenny Gainwell and Boston Scott. Not the greatest running back personnel, but Miles Sanders is somebody that I feel like if he puts all of his skill set together, could be like a top 10 type of running back in this league. Tight end Dallas Goedert, he's coming in his first year as the starting tight end as he played behind Ertz his first few years. Another guy got all the physical tools to be a top tight end in this league. Let's see if he just go out there and put the production out there. The wide receiving core, obviously the Eagles upgraded at that position, adding A.J. Brown from the Tennessee Titans to go along with Devontae Smith and Quez Watkins, and also brought in, I think, a very underrated signing in Zach Pascal as the number 4 wide receiver. So Eagles got a nice core offensively. Then you look defensively, on the D line, Eagles got first round draft pick Jordan Davis. Curious to see how he does out there in his first live action, NFL action. Go along with Fletcher Cox and Javon Hargrave and them. Brandon Graham rushing off the edge. Newly acquired Hassan Reddick coming off the edge. Then you got Kazir White at linebacker along with TJ Edwards and Nakobe Dean. On paper, a really good front seven, and on paper, a good secondary. Something we haven't been able to see in years in Philly. When you got Darius Slade, the former Detroit Lion, out there starting at one corner, James Bradbury coming in as the other cornerback. And then in the safeties, it looked like obviously it's going to be, Epps, and it's going to be newly acquired Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. How quickly can he learn this defense and be able to go out there and play productive football, as well as Avonte Maddox in the slot? And now, like, that's the personnel for both teams. Now, when you look at the key matchups, I think whenever you have the Eagles defense going against the Detroit Lions offense, Eagles gonna have to put some interior pressure on Goff. Like I mentioned, the Lions don't have the greatest the defensive personnel, but they got some good personnel on offense. St. Brown is a good receiver. Chalk is a good receiver. Hawkinson's a good tight end, and Swift's a good running back. So we're gonna have to put some pressure on Jared Goff. When we played the Lions last year, we really got after him en route to a 42-6 victory. I feel like that's the key matchup there. Then when you look at the Eagles offense going up against the Detroit Lions defense, look, Jalen Hurts got to have a big day, yo. This Lions team don't have much personnel defensively. They don't have corners that could stick with the Eagles receivers. They don't have linebackers. I feel like that could really come up and support the run game. And Aiden Hutchinson, unless he comes out and has a dominant debut, similar, to what Chase Young did to us a couple of years ago when he came in as the number 2 pick against our O-line, which was banged up, though at that time. He's healthy now. I mean, the Eagles should have success against this Detroit Lions defense. Now for the actual prediction here, yo. Look, like I said, I don't know if it's because of me watching Hard Knocks or what, but I think the Detroit Lions are going to be very well coached, and I think they're going to play very hard. I think they're going to be able to put up some points on people. Um, Depending on Aiden Hutchinson, having a real, breakout type of year, um, you know, teams they don't have a lot defensively as far as personnel, yo. I know I've mentioned that. And I'm gonna keep mentioning it. So the Eagles should be able to score on this team, like up and down the field, unless we turn over the ball, have just stupid mistakes and penalties. Eagles should be able to score, go up and down the field on this team. Now, granted, on the other side of the ball, Detroit may give us a little bit of trouble, but I feel like the Eagles' defense should be able to stop the Lions' offense more than vice versa. I got the Eagles winning this game. I'm gonna go a score of I'm gonna go 31-20, yo. But I will say this also as I make this pick. I am nervous about this game simply because not because of the matchups out there necessarily and the personnel, but it's two things. A lot of people are jumping on the Eagles right now. Usually we don't do great when we got high expectations, unless we talking about 2004 with McNabb and T.O. Another thing too, like Jonathan Gannon is going to get revealed in this game. The real Jonathan Gannon should get revealed. Look, last year whenever we played good quarterbacks, which we did beat this team 42-6 last year. A lot of people said it was because of personnel. This Eagles defense has a lot of good personnel on it. So Jonathan Gannon got to put people in the right positions to make plays. He can't let Jared Goff come out there and get hot and throw the ball up and down the field on us. That's part of the game does make me a little nervous. But overall, like I said, I think the Eagles pull this thing off. I'm gonna go with a score of 31-20. But with that being said, that's all I got for y'all today. Appreciate y'all checking out the video. Hit the like button for your boy. Give me a subscribe and have Philadelphia Eagles, NFL, and content on my other teams throughout the year. Y'all have a blessed one. Fly Eagles fly.